Dear my atheist friends, I hope this video finds you happy and healthy. This is going to be a response to Coughlin616 and Nezarine, so I hope that you won't mind this. First of all, let me state for the record, there are many atheists who I respect, who either online or in real life who I count as friends, who I could have a decent chat with, have a drink with. They would never get awkward. They would never get into a heated debate. It's just one of those things where we're friends and that's what we are. Also, I don't look down on them, and I hope they don't do the same to me. However, I cannot change the fact that I am a Christian. That is what I am. I follow the moral teachings of the person we call Jesus of Nazareth, aka Jesus Christ. I find him one of the most moral men to ever exist, as he was existing at a time where morality was up the shaft, shall we say, and did his best to combat it, not with violence but with words and a philosophy of peace and understanding instead of one of fear, desperation and murder. Also, I can't change the fact that I happen to think that there is a God that created, that agented the universe. Now, I know there's people out there that's going to say, oh well, there's no good necessary. I disagree with that conclusion totally. But again, that is my opinion, and we both are entitled to our opinions. You can say your opinion's more factual than mine. That's fine. That's your right to do, but it's still just an opinion. There is no fact that backs either of our positions up. It's just speculation based upon what we see. Now, there are atheists in celebrity culture who I respect, who have either inspired me creatively or inspired me politically. Both, some of whom I would say have got me into the various things. I've got me interested in creative writing. I've got me interested in politics, because they're so passionate and very well spoken about those subjects. However, there are Christians who do the same. There are Christians out there who inspire me scientifically, or inspire me theologically, or even morally, or how to engage people in actual reasoned discussion instead of just rhetoric shouting. But I do think there are people on both sides who just play on the fears of each other, who play on the fact that we have our differences, to either exploit each other for those fears, or exploit each other for money that they can gain from that. But I do believe that we're a symbiotic race, in that we depend on each other, that when things hit their lowest ebb, we tend to band together. We tend to work together for the common good. That's again, we tend to put aside our differences when things are at their lowest and work together to make it better. And I think that that's something that gives me hope that in the future, it won't matter what you believe, it won't matter what you do for each other. I also believe that again, it doesn't matter to me one jot what you happen to believe or don't. What matters to me is how you treat others. If you treat each other with respect, kindness, fairness, then that is what I value most. What you happen to believe has nothing to do with it. But I also believe that fairness and kindness do have their limits, and that sometimes we can get frustrated with each other. But I do think that we should do it in a rational manner, rather than just pulling out rhetoric from each other's playbook and try to use that instead of actual discussion and just agreeing to disagree, which is what some people just can't do. Now, would I say that I'm smarter than you? No. Would I say I'm dumber than you? No. Would I say the same for you? No. I think we're just people who are trying to make sense of the world through our own little kaleidoscope, and we're just doing so with our flawed brains. And again, do I admit that I could be wrong? Of course I can. The same, you could be wrong. We both could be wrong. The difference is that of course, I think I'm right because I'm a stubborn human being with the flaws that come with that, and I'm sure that there's you could say the same of yourself. But however, I would say that again there are people out there who would exploit those stubborn antics for their own personal gains, instead of what we should do, which is to say we're human beings. And it doesn't matter what our differences are. All that matters is that the world will, and the universe itself is in the end something that we can explore together. And it shouldn't matter whether we believe in a deity or not. It should matter that we respect each other and respect the world we live in. Thanks very much. This is Phoneybeetlemaniacxs. Apologies, my country out.